Welcome to Andy's Garage. I'm Andy Phillips. Today I'm going to show you how to replace the battery on a Chevy Trailblazer. Now this particular one that we're working on, this is a Chevy Trailblazer EXT. It's a 2003, but it's got the 5.3 liter V8. Let's go ahead and get started. Now looking under the hood, you have your intake here, your alternator. Off here on the driver's side here, this is your battery, and it's underneath this battery cover right here. So we'll have to access that in order to get to the battery. Now before you get to the point where you're buying a new battery to change it and all that, you want to make sure that your battery's dead. You go out to your car won't start. There could be different things that it could be. It could be your starter, it could be your alternator, it could be your battery, things like that. So you're going to have to diagnose it first, make sure that it is in fact your battery. An easy way to tell is if you just use just a regular multimeter and check the voltage on it. So I'm going to get one. We're going to take a look at this one here. Try to start it. Nothing. Sometimes when the batteries go, your gauges will come up weak or they'll bounce around a little bit. But in this case here, it is completely, it's gone. Nothing at all. So we have our multimeter here. You can pick these up anywhere. This one here is just a cheap one I got at Harbor Freight for $6. I have a better one, but for this video, I'm just going to show this one. So you can get these anywhere. But you want to make sure that you put it on 20 volts, DC volts. We'll turn that on. And then the next thing that we're going to do, we're going to take these probes. You have the black, which is your ground. You have the red, which is your positive. On the battery itself, you have your black ground, which is your negative, and then you have your red positive. So we're just going to go ahead and take this and put it on the actual metal piece right here so we can get a reading. And I'm going to, let me see if I can position this so you can see this. You can see the voltage on there. So if we put this on here, we're looking at, I mean, this one here is, this battery is pretty gone, but we're looking at, it's bouncing around. Let me get a better connection. I don't like these side mount batteries, but you're looking at like 2.3 volts, which is ridiculously gone. Anything below 12 volts, you got to be careful with. Now you can charge a battery and keep the life in it. If you want to see a product review on a nice inexpensive charger that I've had for years that works great, I'll have that link across the top, also down in the description. But if it gets below 12 volts, you want to recharge it. But in this case here, this is completely gone. It's down to just 2 volts. The battery's completely dead. So once the battery, as seen here, is determined that it's completely gone, the next thing that we're going to want to do, you can try to jump start it sometimes, but if they're too far gone, they can't be started. But sometimes you can try, like for example, let's say you're not in a position to get a new battery at that time and you just need to get home or wherever you are, you can jump start your car. If you want to see a video that I did on how to properly jump start your vehicle, I'll have a link across the top for that, also down in the description. You could try doing that, but in a case with a battery like this, if it's so far gone, sometimes it won't even work. So the next thing that we're going to want to do is pick up the replacement battery for this. If you go to automotive stores, Advance Auto, AutoZone, O'Reilly's, things like that, you can get batteries. Walmart has them as well. A lot of times if you go in there, they'll have a little computer terminal where you can put in the make and model of your vehicle and you can find the correct battery for it as shown here. When you enter the battery department here, they have all the different batteries. You're either going to look for the paper catalog or you can have this little computer terminal right here, the battery selector. So when you turn that on, what you're going to do is you're going to put your make and model in. Obviously this is Chevy Trailblazer, so we'll go in here. And then you'll find your year. There we go. And then once you're into your year, then it's going to list all the different model numbers of the batteries that are compatible with the Chevy Trailblazer. This particular vehicle, which is a Chevy Trailblazer with the 5.3 liter V8, so any of the GMs in that category would be the same. You have this support bar that goes across this cover for the battery. They can be annoying in my opinion because you got to take that off first. And this support is actually held on by two bolts and one nut. So you have a 10 millimeter bolt or screw holding it here. If we come here on the inside, here's the other one right here. And then if we come here and look all the way down right there, that's a 10 millimeter nut. So you'll have to remove those three. And then once you get those three off, this will come off and then you can get this cover off the battery. We'll take this off. Now if you do have a vehicle that has one of these supports, it's not a bad idea to always carry tools with you so you can get this off. That way, if you ever wind up in a bind where you need to replace the battery and you're out and about, you're not stuck. So let's get this off. Now that's off, so we can now remove the negative and positive cables, and then this cap comes off and we can get to the battery. Next, we're going to remove these. These are held on this particular vehicle with 8mm. You want to start by taking the negative battery cable off first. So we'll remove the negative one first. Put that off to the side, and then now we'll do the positive one. And same with this one, we'll put it off to the side. So now we can slide this cap off. We'll disconnect this little hose here. Get that out of the way. And now this pops right up like this. Set that off. Now with a lot of batteries, like right here, still can't lift it up, and the reason why, you'll see that little nut down there. It has a little locking piece that holds the battery secure so it doesn't bounce around. So we need to remove that next, and then the battery can be removed. If you have one of these vehicles that has that bolt locking it down in there, it's good to get an extension. I have a 13-inch extension here on a ratchet, so we can get down in there and get to it. Otherwise, it's kind of tricky to get down there, but let's take that off. Let's see here if I can. Okay, so now we can move that plate, and you see already the battery's loose. There we go. Popped it right out. Let's get the new battery, we'll put it in. And you want to make sure that you have, if it's a side mount, these turn to the back, since that's the side where the connections are. So we'll line this up, drop it in place. And now we'll tighten that little locking plate back down to secure this in. See right there where we put it back. It's nice and firm and solid. You don't want that moving around. So now that we have that in place, the next thing that we need to do is we're going to slide the cap back over it. So let's grab this. We'll drop it right back on it, and then as we bring it down, we're going to want to reconnect this little hose. So let me get a shot here up closer from the top as we slide it in. We'll slide the cables out of the way as we lower this down. Bring it into position here on this side. Bring it on the other side. Then we'll connect this little hose here. The handle is causing it to pop up a little bit, but that bar going across the top, that support bar, will hold that down. We'll add this piece back on. Goes right across here. As mentioned already, these can be problematic. I prefer the cars without them. There we go. Line that up. Like I said, that'll hold all this in place, but we can now take these, and I'm going to secure all this back on, and then we'll be back. All right, the support is all on. Everything is good. Let's get the camera around here. We're going to go ahead and connect the leads in. You want to start with the positive first and then end with the black negative one. That's what we're going to end with. So let's come over here and attach that. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to take these little plugs out. You can see that red plug in there. That needs to be removed. So we're going to pop that out. Just unscrew it out by hand. Take that out. Set it off to the side. Now we can take this one. We'll hand screw it in first. And you don't want to over tighten these. You obviously want it secure. You don't want it loose where it's going to pop out, but you don't want it too tight to where you strip it, because I've seen that happen in the past. Here we go. It's nice and tight. Now we'll head over to this one. Same thing. We'll remove this little plug. Now with the plug off, we can take this, we'll connect it. Same thing, we're just going to hand tighten it on. And then we'll tighten it. But once again, you don't want it over tightened. There we go. These are all nice and tight. Let's go in the car and see how it looks. All right, so let's try it again. Okay, well that looks good. Beautiful, started right up. All right, as we saw, everything looked good, fired up right away. New battery is in. One thing to keep in mind is your old battery, the core. You definitely want to hold on to that. When you purchased your battery, you should have got like a little receipt. You take this back and you'll get a rebate. It can be anywhere from 10 to 15 bucks, but you definitely want to take your old core back. You don't want to throw it in the trash. All right, well that wraps up this video on how to replace the battery on a Chevy Trailblazer. As mentioned at the beginning, this is a 2003 EXT model, so it's the 5.3 liter V8. But I hope that this video was informative for you. I hope that it helped you out with any projects you're working on with replacing the battery on your Trailblazer. Please send me any questions and comments. I would love to hear from you. And as always, I appreciate all the support. So please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time.